Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Mythic Ocean. Last time we left off, we were in this weird alternate zone, and we spoke to everyone, and I still don't know what the deal is. What are we supposed to do? But I didn't want to try to do anything off camera to see if I could find out exactly what to do, because then something might happen and I'm not recording, so... Cool, deep water, shiny gold pillars. Yeah, that was the same thing they said last time. Are there any new characters? Everyone's back. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. Do you think maybe you could get us all out of this place somehow? I'll do my best to find a way, don't worry. Cool. Thanks for trying. I won't give up hope that we'll get out of here someday. You shouldn't either. Okay, well that was new. At the very least. We did have some new dialogue with this particular character. I guess he is the one that kind of sent us on our quest here to get everyone back. Thanks so much for bringing me back here. Okay. Yeah, you're the same. What about you? Huh? Wait, it's you, isn't it? The one who helped me escape the fallen apart place. Thanks, buddy. It's good to be out of there. Okay, so that's new. Do you have anything new to say, Mr. Manta Ray? Pancake Fish? Hey, still here, huh? Wish there was something to talk about, but... And that's everyone, isn't it? I believe so. I mean, there's nothing really to do out here. And I don't think flying out here is really going to accomplish anything. Unless... flying out here will accomplish something? What happens if I stray too far? Does it just bring me back? It does. If I stray too far, it just teleports me back over here. Okay, got it. So I thought I would come back and talk to this character again to see if maybe they had a hint hidden in their dialogue, but just saying, is it just my mind that's spinning? Or is the world around me swimming? I'm worried that the dangers, yeah, growing. All the let's see, RIPS, rips, and rips and tears are showing. Okay, jeez. Anything else to say? Okay, no, that's the same thing you said before. I think that was new dialogue. I feel like all the rips and tears are showing, huh? What if I fly up here? What happens then? It doesn't look like the sky is getting any closer, actually. I thought maybe I could fly into the sky and that would do something different than flying into the ocean. Doesn't seem like that's the case, though. Well, this is perplexing. I have no idea what I'm doing, and the game isn't really giving me a lot to go on. I've spoken to every single character. If there is some sort of puzzle solution here, I am missing it. Okay. Okay. I think I know what we have to do. And now I realize why I didn't understand what I had to do. I'm sitting here thinking, oh man, I gotta help all these characters get out. There must be some way to solve what's going on with these characters. This guy's like, oh, I hope I can get out of here someday. And I saved those characters and everything. So in my brain, I'm like, I'm stuck too. But no, I'm not stuck. I can abandon them right now. Which feels awful. And I was assuming the game would have a way to save these characters and potentially get them out of here, but Like, I can't tell them about the teleporter, and I guess I can't teleport them with me. So I guess they're stuck here. Yeah, but I can just leave. Goodbye. That is sad. Also, there was a lot of Alethea's little containers here scattered about that place, which is interesting. Looks like my cats are chasing each other. What a bunch of nerds. You're back! I'm glad you've returned safely. How did it go? I made some unexpected discoveries. Just what I like to hear. Please tell me everything. First things first, the energy source you've been after is called Gnosis. We talked for a while. You... what? I had considered that the energy source might be alive, but it's intelligent? You were able to speak with it? Yes, and it seems like Gnosis is even aware you've been studying them. My word! This is a bit overwhelming. I understand, but there's something else I saw that I want to ask you about. Oh, please go on. When I tried to leave the depths, the teleporter malfunctioned somehow. It took me to a strange, distorted place I've never seen before. I see. What did you find there? There were fish and other creatures. It seemed like they'd been stuck there for a long time. Some weren't very coherent. That sounds terrible and frightening. How did you get back? The teleporter started working again after I'd been there for a bit. I'm not sure what fixed it. Very strange. Perhaps the teleporter's sensor data will provide me with more clues. I'll investigate when I have time. Ketri and Esti told me they saw you experimenting on a fish once, and it disappeared. Could that be related somehow? Are you trying to accuse me of something here? I mean, I'm just wondering. Do you really think I'd send a creature to a place like that intentionally? I'm sorry. Perhaps I took your words the wrong way. You did. I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to accuse you. I just want to get to the bottom of this. I know. So do I. Alright, let me explain. What Ketri and Esti saw was one of my early experiments in teleportation. The purpose of these tests was to find a safe way out of the ocean, which didn't work out, of course. I must stress that all my participants were willing, and I made sure they understood the risks. For instance, I theorized that a teleport subject could end up stuck somewhere. An unknown place outside the normal boundaries of the ocean. A breach in the fabric of reality, if you will. But it was only a theory, and not a likely one. At any rate, because of these risks, it was hard to find willing subjects. But there will always be those adventurous enough to brave the unknown, just as you and I do. But didn't you check up on the participants afterward? You must have noticed some had gone missing. I did. In almost every case, I confirmed the subject had been teleported somewhere safe. But yes, there were a few whom I never found. I suppose the poor souls you met in the breach were the missing ones. It is horrible they met such a fate, but we are all trapped in this ocean anyway. That research had to be done, and their safety was never guaranteed. They knew the risks. There must be some way to help them. I don't know as though there is. I have no idea how I'd replicate the teleporter malfunction that sent you to the breach. I don't even know what caused it. Could it be that your proximity to the energy source, to Gnosis, might have overloaded the teleporter somehow? I was just thinking the same thing. Because, like, that's the only time it's ever malfunctioned, when I was near Gnosis. Maybe. Sounds possible. Would you mind visiting the depths again? If Gnosis was the cause, maybe they'll have some idea how to send you back. It's risky, yes, but you made the round trip once, so I think your chances of doing so a second time are good. I will remain here at the lab, so I can attempt to find you with my instruments if anything goes wrong. Sure, I'll give it a shot. I can't thank you enough, my friend. Let me know what happens as soon as you get back. So she did get mad at me for accusing her, but at the same time my relationship went up with her anyway. Let's go check in on the twins. Doesn't seem like there's any new pages or creatures in any of these places. Hey, Lord Poison. What's up? Oh, hi. You're just in time. So yeah, I came over here because I noticed there's an achievement. I was taking a little peek at the achievement list on Steam, and one of them was attend Lord Poison's concert. So this must be it. I know you already heard my song before, but it's been a while. Want to hear it again? Yeah. Cool, let's do it. These ashen remains into the distance fade, a pall of long-lost memories. Though bones may break, and the sea may quake, my fury never wavers. Thanks for listening, everyone. Hope you liked it. Lord Poison! Yeah, okay, so we have attended Lord Poison's concert. And it was free, too. Even better. Alright, so yeah, like I said, nothing new here. So let's just talk to you two that are looking in the portal again. Oh, new friend, hey. We weren't expecting you. Sorry, I can leave you two alone if you want. No, that's okay. We actually kinda don't know what to do. What do you mean, is something wrong? Yeah, there's a giant TV static portal behind them. So, you know this glowing portal thing behind us? Well, I mean, it's not really a portal. But you saw it before, we just didn't want to talk about it back then. Yeah, sorry about that. That's okay, so what is the glowing thing if it's not a portal? The glowing thing comes from this crystal we have. We use our powers to activate it. Light comes out of the crystal, and it shows us pictures of where we used to live. It's the only thing we have left from our old home. And now it doesn't work anymore. Sorry to hear that. Do you have any idea how it broke? No, we were just using it a little while ago, and it made this huge crackling noise. Then it went all fuzzy, like it is now, you see? It just happened for no reason. Whoop. Okay, they just said ellipses. So we were wondering, could you maybe help us fix it? I wouldn't know how to repair it, but I could see if anyone else in the ocean wants to help. Jeez. Really? I mean, thank you, new friend. We'd find someone to fix it ourselves, but we don't really trust anyone as much as you. Huh. I didn't think I had the best relationship with you two. So yeah, thanks. Here's the crystal. I hope someone out there can figure out what happened. Just be careful with it, okay? Don't worry, I'll take good care of it, and I'll let you know if I find anyone who can fix it. Okay, thanks again, friend. Please come back soon. Yeah, of course it's going to be Alethea that fixes it. But we're going to go see what Elil is up to. What you got for us, buddy? Hey, how goes it? Looking to chat for a bit? Gnosis seems surprisingly aware of what's going on. Yep, Gnosis knows a lot. It's kind of their thing. But it's hard to get a read on them, right? They're mysterious. They don't let on much about what they know or how they know it. I'd listen close to whatever Gnosis has to say. They choose the information they share real carefully. There's probably a reason for that. Okay, so that's it. That's all I wanted to ask. Okay, so just a quick check-in with him. I think we want to go tie up this thing with Alethea first, because that seems like less a big deal than the Gnosis thing we're going to go do. So let's check in with you. Good to see you again. Anything you'd like to talk about? Ketri and Esti gave me a broken device of theirs to see if anyone could fix it. Do you have time to take a look at it? Ah, is that so? What sort of device is it? It's a crystal that projects images of where they used to live. They seem pretty attached to it. Interesting. Well, Ketri and Esti were extremely helpful to me in the lab recently, so I'd be happy to do them another favor, especially if it's something important to them. Did you bring the device with you? May I have a look? Sure, here you go. Aha, that's strange. Well, I must say, I have no idea how this thing works. It'll take me some time to figure out what makes it tick, never mind how it broke or to fix it. In the meantime, perhaps let the twins know work is underway? Will do. Thanks, Alethea. You're the only one I know who could tackle something like this. You're lucky you know me, that's for sure. Now give me some space. I've got work to do. It's so interesting, the parallel of this character that is doesn't know everything, but isn't in a constant state of wanting to discover more things, like they're hungry for knowledge. But then there's a character that is just extremely knowledgeable and just already knows all of these things. It's almost like you'd think Alethea would just want to sit down and speak to Gnosis. But would she be fine with the information just being given to her, or is it the quest of getting that information that excites her so much? Hey, new friend. Did you find anyone to fix our crystal yet? Yep, Alethea's having a look at it even as we speak. Oh, nice! Alethea's really smart. Yeah, she'll figure it out in no time. So, did she say how long it's gonna take? Sorry, she isn't sure yet. She's never seen anything like the crystal before. Oh. Could you tell her to hurry, please? We really miss having the crystal here. Should I push them? Let's try pushing them. They said they trust me, so... Ketri, Esti, why do you need the crystal fixed so badly? Is there anything else you want to tell me? We've just... had it so long, and it's really weird now that it's gone. Yeah, it's like we can't really remember our home anymore. But thanks for asking, new friend. We're glad you care. No problem. I'll let you know if I learned anything new from Alethea. Okay, thanks. Alright. Well, out of here we go. So, let's go back to Alethea now. Like I said, I do want to wrap this up before we tackle the Gnosis thing, just because that seems like it's a fair bit bigger. Good to see you again. Anything you'd like to talk about? Twins are getting a little anxious. How goes your work on the crystal? Well, turns out it stopped working due to a misalignment of the lenses. It might have been hit with something, or maybe natural wear and tear on the parts did it in. Progress came swiftly once I figured that out. Great, is it almost ready then? Yes, the repairs are nearly complete, but I've made some discoveries that might surprise you. Namely, the crystal is not simply a projector of stored images. It is a one-way communication device. This thing is getting signals from somewhere very, very far away. And it's translating those signals into pictures and sounds. It can't send a response, though. I'm not certain it ever could. I had a feeling they were hiding something from me. Indeed, although I suppose they technically didn't outright lie. Anyway, it seems to me the twins must be using the crystal to observe their old home in real time. Ever since I met them, Ketri and Esti have been haunted by something. I don't know all the details, only that they were exiled from their home for some reason. Now that I've seen this thing, I think I understand their predicament better. Having access to a live feed of what you left behind even though you can never return, that could be enough to drive someone mad. So I was thinking, we could undo the repairs. We could tell them it couldn't be fixed. Jeez, I did not. If the A button is held down a split second too long, it does that. Just a split second. I did not mean to do that. I wish I could go back on that. The A button was held down a fraction of a second too long, and it automatically chose the next option. I agree. The crystal isn't helping the twins, and it might be making things worse for them. We shouldn't fix it. I actually think I was leaning more towards the other option, but I don't think there's much we can do about it now. It's so weird that that happens. Usually on menus in games like this, like, things activate on a button press. So, like, when you press a button, if you're still holding it down when the next menu comes up, it doesn't, like, go through it, as far as I know, at least with dialogue-driven games. It requires another button press, whereas this game seems like you can just hold the A button and get through this entire game. Alright, well, I guess we're not fixing it. Going to make a few modifications to the crystal, just a moment. Now I feel awful about this. This doesn't feel like the right thing to do. There, the crystal is back to the way it was when you brought it here. Just tell Ketri and Esti it couldn't be repaired. It's for the best. Thanks, Alethea. Sorry to waste your time. We learned valuable things we wouldn't have known otherwise. Good luck talking to them, my friend. See you again. Can I change my decision? Can you actually fix it? I was kind of hoping in vain that there was a dialogue option there that was like, I've changed my mind, I'd like you to fix it. But no. Sorry, you two. I didn't mean to choose this option. New friend, you're back. We just wanted to say, sorry we were impatient about fixing the crystal before. Yeah, we know it takes a lot of work to try and figure out something like that. We could never do it ourselves. Thanks, both of you, I appreciate that. So, do you know if it's gonna be fixed soon? It's okay if you don't, we're just curious. Sorry, but Alethea said the crystal couldn't be fixed. This feels dirty. I don't like this. Huh? What do you mean? No way, that can't be. Oh, I get it, it's a joke. You're joking, right? Come on, new friend, don't scare us like that. No, it's not a joke, the crystal can't be fixed. I'm so sorry. That's impossible. It's always worked before. There has to be a way, new friend. Take it back to Alethea, tell her we need the crystal. Alethea knows how important the crystal is to you. She did everything she could, she's sorry too. Man, this feels bad because it was chosen on accident. Jeez. Find someone else. Can't you take it to someone else? I don't think so. If Alethea couldn't fix it, I don't know anyone else who could. This is crazy. What are we gonna do? I think this one is the bad option because they specifically said the reason they liked the crystal was because their memories are fading. No, there isn't much I can say, but I know this is painful for the both of you. I'm truly sorry. Is the crystal really just a way of looking at old pictures? Okay, get mad. I think we need some time alone. Okay. Got it, I guess. It feels bad knowing I pissed them off on accident, but... oh well. Let's be honest, they weren't really the gods I was looking to, follow up on anyway, as it were. They said they needed some time alone, so I'm just gonna teleport out of here and teleport right back. Because it does say we have an update with them. I think that's them right there. Yeah. Hello, you two. Petting a turtle? That seems like a good way to spend your time. Hey, new friend. Sometimes we come here when we're feeling lonely. It doesn't always make us feel better, but I think it's working this time. Want to talk about something? Okay, that was a very, very weird, little... because it seems like each of the gods has like a little idol thing sometimes they'll do. And like, you'll find them in a different place in the world and then they'll come back. But that was a bit awkward given our last conversation where they were pissed off and wanted time alone. Would you two mind telling me more about the crystal? Okay, what do you know about it? What do you want to know about it? I'd like you to tell me what the crystal was for. Alethea told me it was some kind of communicator, so I know it wasn't just showing you old pictures. Ketri, should we? Yeah, it's fine. So the crystal showed us stuff that was happening in our old home. Like in the present, not the past. We used it a lot, cause it was the only way we could see anyone or anything from back there. We really needed it, that's how we wanted it fixed so bad. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thanks for letting me know the truth. So, was there anything else, or... I wanted to know if you felt the crystal truly made you happy. Yeah, it used to really help. It was better than never seeing anything from our home again anyway. See, this is why I didn't want to choose the dialogue option that I chose, but it just so happened to be the first one, and there's that weird thing where if I hold the A button down too long, it's just like, nope. Yeah, I still don't really know what we're gonna do without it. I mean, I wish our parents had just... never mind. Does the crystal have something to do with why you left the palace? Well, there's kind of a lot to explain about that. Yeah, and if we tell you how we got here, you have to promise not to tell anyone else. Do you promise? Of course, your secret's safe with me. Alright, thanks, new friend. So, the ocean, it's not our real home. We used to live in the palace, far, far away from here. You already knew that, though. what you didn't know is that we lived in a palace because our parents were the king and queen. They made big decisions that changed how everyone lived. Also, our mom and dad had powers. Just like us, runs in the family, you know? They used their powers to do really cool things. They gave everyone jobs and places to live. But if anyone broke our parents' rules, they'd get punished. And if they did something bad enough, our parents would open a portal and banish them to an awful place. So this makes me think about a theory I had. The pages we've been picking up, it certainly sounds like that is about Ketri and Esti's parents. Because there's a specific era that mentions that there is like crazy hard rules that everyone has to follow and laws. And if anyone banishes them, they teleport them to an awful place. Plus, one of the pictures they saw in the crystal looks like the location that we pick up our pages. So that's interesting. Forever. How did you feel about that? We used to think certain people deserve to get banished like that. I don't know if that's true anymore. Anyway, our mom and dad worked really hard to teach us how to use our powers. Yep, you saw one of the things we can do. Like the barrier. But they taught us lots of other powers too. Like how to move stuff with our minds and how to banish people. I'm glad you two used the barrier when we met instead of banishing me. Haha, yeah, I mean, we could have. But we don't like to do that kind of thing unless we have to. My mom and dad used to say we had to use our powers to keep the peace. Like it was our duty to make sure everyone followed the rules and to keep big wars from happening. Mom and dad said the people outside the palace were dangerous. And well, that was true sometimes. Our parents banished people for killing each other or hurting workers at the palace. Mom and dad said if anyone needed to be punished, we had to do it no matter what. We'd be putting everyone in danger if we didn't. So eventually, they started making us banish people too. And usually we were okay with that. But one time it was different. What happened? A bunch of people decided to protest. In the streets, outside the palace. They were really loud and saying they didn't want our parents to make decisions for them anymore. But nobody was hurting anyone else or making threats or anything. Our parents, though, they rounded up all the people who were protesting. They brought them to the palace and called for Ketri and me. They said we had to banish them. Wow, that is messed up. You're too lazy to do your own banishing of like peaceful protesters that aren't doing anything wrong. Jeez. All of them. Even though they didn't hurt anyone. And you're making your kids do it too. We couldn't do it. It wasn't fair. All the people wanted was something different. When we refused, Mom and Dad said they still had to be punished. So, our parents made us watch, as they opened the biggest portal we'd ever seen, and banished all of them anyway. They really hated us for that. They said we were failures and that all the time they spent raising us was a waste. Teaching us to use our powers, only for us to turn out too weak to do what had to be done. Yeah, like they are when they couldn't. Well, I guess they did do it themselves when the kids refused, but this is still messed up. Grooming your children to be like crazy dictators, like come on. So they banished us next. Oh, that's even more messed up. We were so scared because we had no idea where we'd end up. But before they banished us, they gave us the crystal and said they might let us come back someday. If they felt like we deserved it. Okay. Maybe getting rid of the crystal wasn't the worst call, now that we have some more context for it. Because it very, very much sounds like they're in an abusive relationship. And they're using a tactic that a lot of abusers use that's like, oh, well, if you just do things right, I'll come back, or you can come back, etc., etc. And the abused just kind of sits here and dreams of that happening, but nothing they ever do would ever be good enough for them, and they would have to do horrible things for it, so... yeah, maybe getting rid of the lens was a good idea. So that's how we got here, and that's why we have the crystal. We needed it so we'd know if our parents wanted us back. I'm not going to say that. That's like... I don't know, that's too accusatory. That's terrible. I'm so sorry that happened to you both. Yeah, thanks, new friends. We just keep wondering what we could have done to make it not happen. It was your parents' choice to do what they did, not yours. None of this was your fault, or your parents wronged you. They're the ones who deserve to be punished, not you. I feel like that kind of puts an idea in their head that if anyone ever crosses them, they should be punished. I think I'm gonna go with this. It was your parents' choice to do what they did, not yours. None of this was your fault. Yeah, I guess that might be true. It's been so long now, it almost feels like a dream. Like the worst nightmare ever. But it really did happen. Anyway, that's all there is to say about what happened. Thanks for listening. Of course, I hope maybe it helped you both to talk about it, somehow. Yeah, maybe a little. Let's talk about something else now. Have to go. Wow. Well, getting some backstory on them kinda, oddly enough, makes me like them a lot more. And it seems like they would be good rulers if they've been exposed to a corrupt ruler that was using their powers in evil ways. Like, maybe they would be the ideal creators of the new world. Well, after that, I think this is a good spot to go ahead and end this episode off. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time.